Hello, this is Jill from Paper Daisy Crafting. Thanks for joining me today and pressing play on the video. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in the UK, and I showcase products from Stampin' Up and sell them as well on my online shop, which there's a link to below on the video. So all the products I'm using today can be bought from my online shop, but I'm going to show you today, I'm going to demonstrate how to make this lovely card. Actually was inspired, sorry about the crashing, by a card in the new mini catalogue. If you'd like a copy of our mini catalogue and haven't got one and you're in the UK, let me know, and let me find there. That's the card. So that's the card I was casing from the annual calendar. I loved this card when I saw it, and I just thought, oh, I want to make that. And I resisted this set for a while, but actually I'm giving in and I love it. I'm really enjoying using this set. It is called Art Gallery, and it has these lovely two-step images, and it also has some lovely sentiments. And in the die set, which I haven't managed to mount onto magnetic sheet yet, you've got dies that cut out all the flower images, and then some words that I actually say just want to say, and then these two lovely these sort of postage stamp type edge labels, which are lovely. So really lovely set. So how did I make my card? I'm going to change the colours up today, as I always do. I'm going to do a blue version today. I'm going to change it slightly because when I did this one I used Pretty Purple Posy for the card blank and the layer. I'm actually going to use two different colours today. I'm going to go for my layer, I'm going to go for Seaside Spray, but for my card blank I'm going to use Misty Moonlight. So it's going to be a darker one, not quite so feminine as this one maybe. But first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to do the mask, there's little dots. Let me show you. So these dots, which are done with one of our masks and our blending brush, one of our blending brushes. It gives a really pretty background, I think. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the dotty mask. This is from our, I think they're called basic masks or something like that. I've only just bought them. They've been in the catalogue for ages, and I haven't ever invested in them before. But with the blending brushes, I thought they'd be a really good fit. So I'm just going to fix my mask in place, and then take one of our blending brushes, and then take Seaside Spray. So my flowers are going to go sort of down here. So I don't want any dots the other side of the flowers. I want them this side, and I want it to sort of fade out. I don't want them all across. I don't want it uniform. So what I'm doing is I'm rubbing the blending brush on the pad, and then I'm just going to take a little bit off, and then I'm going to go over my mask. Remember, it's always easier to put more colour on than it is to take it off. So start light and then add more colour as you go. And you can just flip your mask up and see how you're doing. So I've got quite a lot of nice spots there. I'm going to do a bit more in the middle here then. So you can just flip it up, and that will hopefully go down in the same place. So, and then I'm just going to go across the edges here, and let's see if that's enough. There we go. I think that's probably enough. So I'll take my mask off. I'm liking that. And that was just self-coloured. So this was Seaside Spray ink, and this is the Seaside Spray card. So that went well. So we're going to mount that panel onto our card blank. Add a little practice on the back there, you can see. Oh, that's a bit runny, that. Oh, glue's getting stuck here. What's happening here? It's getting a bit jammed up. Oh dear, very gluey. Don't quite know what's happening in my glue there. Let's hope that it works. Let's just get a cocktail stick on it. Just gonna, it's very wet here. It's because I've just dampened my sponge that it sits in. But that should be okay. I don't know what's going on with this glue. Just seems to have suddenly got very dried out. I did leave it out last night without the lid on. That's probably why. Naughty crafter. There we go. There we are. I'm going to mount my panel there, and I'm just going to go round with my bone folder. Just move it over a little bit and just smooth all those edges down and make sure it's all really stuck down really well. There we go. Right, okay, now to do the next bit, what we actually need is 3 sets of, where's the stamp set gone? We need 3 lots of this cluster done in the colours that we're going to use, and then you need 4 lots with this bit and the leaf to add the foliage done in green. So I'm going to demonstrate what I did, but I'm not going to die cut because I've actually die cut enough already. So I'm going to take a piece of Whisper White card, and I'm going to take that big stamp and I'm going to ink it up with Seaside Spray. Oops. And stamp. It's quite a big stamp, so make sure you get it all pressed down. Lovely. It does make a really lovely image. And then you need to go round with the little stamp. So it's this one, which is this one, with a darker colour. So I'm using Misty Moonlight again. And you can do all 3 flowers with this same infill, and it actually gives a very different look. If you look at this, it looks very different on here to here, but it's actually the same stamp. So what you need to do is to make sure that your base of this stamp there matches the base of your flower, and then it doesn't really matter about positioning too much. I'm sorry if my head's in the way. One of these things that I need to get rid of. It will look fine even if it's a bit skew whiff, as we would say in Norfolk, if it's a bit not quite straight, but it's quite easy to do. These colours are looking quite brash at the minute, but as they dry they get a bit subtler. There we go. So 3, can you see how it looks quite different on all 3 flowers? And you then need to die cut those. So you need to take the die, if I can find it, and position it really carefully. And if you've got a magnetic plate for your die cutter, you can do this with your magnetic plate. As some of you know, I don't use a magnetic plate usually, so I will just take a little bit of washi tape, tape that on, and then whiz it through my I'd cut this out and I'd whiz it through my mini. Actually, because I don't want to do the die cutting on camera, I'm going to show you that I've already die cut 3 lots of those. We're going to cut them up in a sec, and we've also got 4 lots that I've stamped with Pear Pizzazz, and I've only stamped the bottom of the stamp into the green here and on an edge of a card, because I only need these bits, so I could actually trim those already. So you just need to trim off the leaf. Might want to leave a little bit of the stalk, and then trim this bit off as well, and then you've got all the little bits of foliage that you need to tuck in behind your flowers. Like so. There we go. We've actually had a little bit of snow today. Not as much as some other parts of the UK. My son lives on the East Coast and they've got quite a lot. He's been snowboarding. So he's having great fun. I mean, he's 25, but he'll always be 5 actually. So he's been having great fun. My daughter lives on the south coast. One of my daughters lives on the south coast and they've had a little bit. The other daughter lives a bit more west. She's east of us, but a bit more west than the other 2, and they've had a bit of snow, but it hasn't settled. We've had very little here. We had a few flakes, but nothing to talk of. And in fact, after I've done this video, we're going to go out for a quick walk because it's quite sunny and nice. I'm going to wrap up really warm and go for a bit of a walk. Right, there's all my foliage. And before I start sticking any flowers on, I'm going to do my ribbon. Now, if you've watched me for a long time, you'll know that I don't really get on with ribbon very well. I don't use an awful lot of it, but I did like just this little strip across here. So I've got another a ribbon that matches my colours today, which is the Seaside Spray glitter ribbon. And so what we want this to do is to go one way and then the other way. And I'm going to do it a bit longer than I think I want, just in case. And I'm going to cut it diagonally, and then I'm going to cut this end diagonally as well. And then I'm going to use tear and tape to adhere this to the card. So I'm going to do a piece of tear and tape that goes across like this. I can be a bit less careful with the tear and tape with this version than the other one. The other one I used a very sheer ribbon, which I had to be careful you couldn't see it. This should be better. Right, okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with this end and push it down there, like so. And then this is going to come across like this. So I'm going to put another piece of tear and tape to hold that down. Here. Probably other ways of doing this with the ribbon. I don't find ribbon particularly easy to work with on cards. I love it on boxes and tags and things. I don't find it particularly easy on cards, but I do like this layout, how it lays there. And then this one is going back the other way. So I'm just going to put another little bit of tear and tape, and then I'll just need to trim off that excess little bit at the end there. I know it looks, on the card it looks like it's just been sort of folded and stuck, but for me it's never that easy. It always has to be very precise. So there we go. And then just take that across. And the washi tapes are just about the right width for doing this with this ribbon. So I don't want it to lay quite on top of each other. And then I'll just trim that off a little bit, and that will be fine. And the last thing we'll do is we'll put our sentiment on there, but first of all we're going to do our flowers. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of my flower sprays. I'm going to cut at the bottom. I'm going to cut all this blue foliage off first of all, because we don't need blue foliage. And then I'm going to cut the stem off as well. And that one is going to go up here like that. So I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back there. I really want little dimensionals. I have to start a new pack. I don't know what I've done with my... I've got a little folder of them. Oh no, they're big ones. They're no good. I want little ones today. Mini dimensionals. It's really great that we've got the choice now. I love having a choice of dimensionals. There we go. Put that to one side. Right, okay, so just put a few dimensionals on here. Took me a while to work out the arrangement on the original card, but in effect it doesn't really matter, I guess. But I just wanted, like I say, I can't just do a haphazard. The things that I do that look haphazard have actually had quite a lot of thought going into them. So take all the backings off those dimensionals. There we go. And then that is going to go somewhere like that. And then one of my little sprigs of foliage is going to go up there like that. So I'm just going to add, if my Tombow will work. There we go. Just add that up there. And because I've left spaces between the dimensionals, that can just slot in behind there. So that's that one. Now we need another flower. So I think it's this one. It's a duplicate of that one that I'm going to cut off here. And this would work in lots of colours. You could do yellow, yellowy orange, pink, lots of different colours you could do this design in, which would look really nice. I'm a real blue girl. I love flowers, but I like blue, the colour blue. I like purple. I like turquoise. I'm not terribly fond of yellow and oranges, but could go for that. We've also got what is it? Can't remember what it's called. Petal pink, which is a sort of peachy colour, which would be quite nice. You could do that with Calypso Coral, actually. That might be quite a nice colour combination. And then this one is going to we'll go over top maybe, or underneath, maybe underneath. There we go, and a bit to the side, there we go. And then we're going to take a leaf, add a little bit of glue. See if I can get the glue to come out. There we go. Don't know what's wrong with this glue, it's gone very strange. There we go. And then another little bit of sprig that's going to go somewhere there. And cut that off. Don't need such a long piece. Just no, that can go there. There we go. There we go. It's getting better all the time, the glue. It's decided to play ball with me. Obviously just had something clogging the nozzle, I think. There we go. Right, now we're going to go below here. And so we've got another trio. So I'm going to take this. No, that one's the one I've cut already. So I'm going to take the one I haven't cut yet. Cut off all the unwanted pieces. Like so. Like so, like that, and that's going to go there. So we want, once again, some dimensionals. There we go. I know if you're one of my customers, you've been loving the Celebration. I was trying to work out the other day what was the most popular Celebration item amongst my customers. I think it's the Paper Blooms paper, actually. That seems to have been one of the most popular things, and the ombre papers. A lot of people have liked the donkeys. They didn't appeal to me, but a lot of people, not necessarily my customers, but I know a lot of general Stampin' Up customers have gone for the donkeys. But they didn't float my boat. Although I've seen since, I mean, this always happens. I look at things in the catalogue and think, oh, I'll never want that, and then I see what other people make with them, and I think, oh yeah, that's lovely. But the donkeys, I don't think so. I don't think they're going to be on my wish list anytime soon. Right, okay, so this one is going to go here. And then just two more. We've got these two flowers left here. So I might leave that little one on there, attached to that one, which I didn't do before, but I might do it this time. So I might do this one here, and then this one just there. My husband's got the television on extraordinarily loud. I don't know whether you can hear it. Seems to be, I don't know whether he's got a problem with his hearing today. He's just, I shouldn't criticise actually, he's just run a 10K for charity. He's been doing a run for cancer research, and he'd run about 100 kilometres this month, no, since Christmas I presume, and then finished it off today with a 10K run. So he's having a bit of rest and recuperation. Go around that way. There, and then this one is going to go, well, I think that might need to be cut off actually. I think that's probably why I cut it off. It doesn't quite fit properly, so we'll cut that off. There we go, and that's just going to go there. We're nearly there. We're just going to add a few more leaves. And of course you'll probably need a panel inside your card, so you could do, I'll show you in a minute, the inside of my card. I messed it up completely, so I'm going to have to do something to disguise the panel inside my my purple one. Sorry, my voice is going a bit strange. There there. And then we're just going to finish off with some more of these little bits of foliage. So we'll pop that one can pop in there. I think this Tombow is saying you need a new one. I've got a new one in my drawer which I will get out after this. Might let this one have a quiet retirement. That one, and then another little sprig which is going somewhere here. I'm going to do it like that, I think. That doesn't need that big long stalk there. It's quite fun doing this because it doesn't have to be precise. You can just arrange them how you see fit. And then a leaf, which can go up here somewhere like that. Quite a pretty colour this. I do like Seaside Spray. It is one of my, it's quite a nice blue. It's not quite a baby blue. It's quite a nice blue. I do wish we had a baby pink in the range. We haven't quite got a baby pink. We've got Blushing Bride, but that's not quite baby pink. Right, and I'm just going to take another one of the leaves. I'm going to add an extra one in this one. I didn't do it in the other one, but I'm going to add it there, I think. Just looking where there looks like there's a little gap. There. There we go. Oh, actually, I might trim a little bit of that stem off. Got to find the space where it came from. Oh, there we go. Let's do it like that. There we go. And then I might just, I've got one more leaf left, and I'm just wondering whether a little bit of leaf poking out on this side, might just trim that right down. Like that. Might look quite nice. I might put that on there. Up to you. You can do more, you can do less. Don't have to do any leaves at all if the mood takes you. There we go. And then just very quickly and lastly, there we go, we're just going to do the sentiment. Today I'm going to do the sentiment Best Wishes. Get rid of all of this. So I've mounted up Best Wishes from the same stamp set, and then I'm just going to take a little bit of Whisper White. Got a little bag there with my scraps of Whisper White in that I go to when I need a sentiment. Like that. And we've quickly, I know I don't like to die cut on camera, but we've quickly just got to whiz that through the die cutter. So I'm using the smallest label because this sentiment will fit the smallest label. Just going to line it up and stick it down with a little bit of washi tape and whiz it through my mini. I'm going to put my grid paper out of the way because this slide will slide around all over it. Right, where are my plates? Oh, what have I done with my plates? Had them today. There they are. I do have a place where they should live and they should go back, and they weren't there. Obviously haven't put them away. Right, just whiz this through. It's so easy to do with this little mini trimmer. I have it sitting on my desk. I used to have my Big Shot sitting on a desk outside my room, so every time I needed to die cut I had to get up and go and use it. But now I have the little mini on my desk, so I can just grab it, and if I need the bigger one it's just behind me here, and so I can grab that quite easily as well. Right, and this is going onto there. I was going to say I'll put it on dimension. I don't think it needs to. I'm going to put it on glue, and then it will stick to those raised flowers. Put some Tombow on it, and it will stick to those raised flowers, so it will look raised, but it won't actually be on any dimensionals, like so. And there you are. There's our card. So we've got the blue version and the purple version. Wonder which one is your favourites. Yeah, now let me show you inside my card. I did some dots, which I quite liked, and then I stamped the flowers in Highland Heather, and it didn't stamp very well, and I thought I could stamp over top, and I didn't quite line it up properly. So it's a bit of a mess in the middle there, so I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with that. I'm either going to have to do a panel that covers the whole of that, I don't know. I'll think of some way. As you know, I don't ever throw anything away. So it's never a mistake, always a reason to innovate. So anyway, that's it from me today. Don't forget about Celebration. Spend £45 and get something free. You get a stamp set. If you're ordering, don't forget to use my code, which is on my website, paperdaisycrafting.com, .co.uk, sorry, not .com. And then I can send you a free gift next month as well. Anyway, that's it from me today. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed seeing me make that card, and I'll be back again very soon. Thanks very much. Bye bye.